Okay, part 6 is now in session, so stay tuned. Enjoy. Ugh, sorry. When we last stopped, I last ended off with Furry Vengeance. But today I'm gonna start and continue with Food Fight. So yeah. This movie is really disgusting and hard to sit through. This movie has one of the most gross humors ever, and the jokes are really stupid, and the animation looks really ugly in this movie. Yeah, the animation for this film looks absolutely ugly, and the characters are obnoxious as hell, and the script is a mess. Directors and writers were lazy, and producers, they were lazy too. And this movie makes you, when you eat and you're watching this, it makes you want to vomit. I know it's gross, but that's how disgusting this movie is. Yes, I know it's gross, but it makes you want to throw up watching this. Yes, I know it's gross to say, but it makes it makes me want to throw up when I watch this. Even though I do like to eat food, but when I watch this, it doesn't give me a pleasant feeling at all. Just it just nauseates me. And everybody who appeared, they were Charlie Sheen, Wayne Brady, Chris Cadden, Hilary Duff, yes, and Harvey Fierstein. They were all terrible. So yeah. Food Fight is a movie that if you haven't seen it, just skip it. It's not it's not worth anything at all. So yeah. Moving on to the next movie. Yeah, this movie, yeah, you probably guessed what it is. Biodome. Yep. This movie is really stupid and obnoxious. Yeah, it's about these two idiots who's played by Pauly Shore and Stephen Baldwin, who gets trapped in the biodome, and they end up doing lots of idiotic stuff. And most of the scenes were really annoying and stupid, and some of them are really grotesque. And same thing, the directors, writers, and producers were really lazy. There's all of the characters in this movie are dumb. There's not one there is no redeemable character in this one. No redeemable scene. Nothing is redeemable. It's so botched up that they just wanted this movie to be stupid, and apparently it is. Plus, I could tell this movie didn't do too hot. It got a 4% on the Rotten Tomato meter and a 51% on the audience score. Yeah. It's so it's so unbearably stupid. Is this a Dumb and Dumber wannabe? This movie? Apparently it is to me. This movie feels like a Dumb and Dumber wannabe. which Dumb and Dumber is a funny movie. And it's and it's a really stupid, unbearably lazy and dopey movie that I can't believe this had to exist in the same year when I was born, 1996. This movie's just torture, and if you haven't seen it, just skip it. It's not worth your time. It's not worth anything. Okay, next movie. Monkey Bone. Yeah, this movie is just weird, bizarre, and ugh, just plain out nasty. Yeah, there's lots of. Yeah, this movie's just plain nasty and too weird and bizarre. Like, ugh. The characters' looks are just creepy looking. Look at this. Look at how creepy they are. And they do lots of weird and weird stuff, and just this is such a weird movie, and it's really creepy too. And this is one of those movies that Brendan Fraser's had ruined his career with Monkey Bone. I mean, that's how bad he is as of today. I mean, he was bad in Furry Vengeance, but with Monkey Bone, that's when he started to go downhill. Yeah. Brendan Fraser, I don't know what you were thinking when you made this movie. It's so. This movie is just bizarre and too weird. And if you haven't seen it, I say skip it. It's too weird and bizarre. And creepy as well. And it can get really annoying as well. Yeah, moving on to the next one. Now, this one, the more I think about it, the more I just want to hate this movie. That's Saving Silverman. This movie is so mean-spirited. And look it says. Look what it says. Dragged down by a plot lacking any sense of logic and obnoxious, unsympathetic characters, this comedy is more crude and mean-spirited than funny. I have to agree. The characters are obnoxious and unsympathetic, and it's mean-spirited and more crude than funny. There is no redeemable character at all. Everybody in this movie was just terrible. They do lots of bad stuff and they don't even learn their lesson. They just want to do bad stuff for the sake of doing bad stuff. There's lots of mean-spirited humor in this movie, and just makes me feel unclean when I watch this. And there was this scene where he tried to rescue a raccoon, but the raccoon mother gets him, and that's so that's that's awful, really awful. Saving Silverman is, and the directors and writers, they were bunches. When they made this, I don't know what they were thinking, cause the characters were bunches of jerks. Like I said, well, I said they were crude and obnoxious and unsympathetic. Sorry, but they also act like jerks too. They don't even learn the lesson of what they did, and it has lots of bad. It just has a bad influence to everybody. This movie has a bad influence to everybody, and if you haven't seen it, just skip it. I'm starting to hate this movie, especially nowadays. Saving Silverman is a crude and mean-spirited movie filled with obnoxious and unsympathetic characters and a horrible humor and a cruel sense of humor as well. With lazy directing, lazy writing, and lazy producing. Okay. I hmm. Sorry about that. Hmm. You know, have it. That's strange. Oh well, I'm gonna find another one. What is it? Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah, you probably guessed it. Show dogs. Oh my goodness, this movie is unfunny. And it's nasty too. This movie is really childish as well. And just like Furry Vengeance, it's not even warm-hearted at all. There's not one redeemable or warm-hearted scene at all. No warm-hearted or redeemable characters at all. Just stupid, brain-dead, ugly, and crude, and even unsympathetic characters instead. That's what we get with childish humor, a ridiculous plot, lazy directing, lazy producing, and lazy writing. They didn't care if if it's gonna suck. It did actually. And it's a hotel for dogs wannabe. If you want to see a warm-hearted animal movie, check out Far From Home or 101 Dalmatians, the 1961 animated version, or Ferdinand, My Dog Skip, or other animal films that are warm-hearted. Check them out. Show Dogs is a movie that you should just skip. It's not warm-hearted or redeemable. It's obnoxious, silly, crude, just and dopey and childish. And it bombed last year. Anyways, that's all for part 6. The last part, which will be part 7, will be here tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later.